Okay, so have you ever thought about living forever?
Living forever.
Yeah, like,
Like a vampire.
uh-huh. Yeah, well, not exactly like a vampire. More like uploading your mind to a computer.
Ah, the digital afterlife?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Some seriously smart people are actually working on that right now, trying to figure out how to make it happen. You were interested in learning about this stuff.
Absolutely.
And today we're going to totally deep dive into it. We'll
Awesome.
break down the science, the possibilities, and even some of the crazy implications. It's going to be mind-blowing.
I'm ready.
And get this, there's even this company called Nectome. They're doing some really wild things with brain preservation. We'll get to that later.
It's pretty amazing how something that sounds like science fiction is actually rooted in real science. The basic idea is to capture everything about how the brain works.
Like a backup?
It's exactly
Yeah.
like a backup, but for your entire consciousness. So to understand this, think of your brain as this huge network of neurons, billions of them all acting like tiny circuits. These neurons send electrical signals, and that's what creates our thoughts memories. Basically everything that makes us us.
So that's where the digital afterlife comes in.
Right. The idea is that if we can map out all those super complex neural pathways, we might be able to recreate them digitally.
And AI probably plays a role in that, right?
Oh, absolutely. AI would be essential for processing and recreating that level of complexity.
So you mentioned Nectome earlier.
Yeah.
This is where things get really interesting.
Oh, yeah.
They're working on a way to preserve brains with so much detail that you might actually be able to get back all the memories stored inside.
It's incredible.
Like hitting save on your whole life.
And all your experiences.
Potentially forever.
It's still in the experimental stages, of course, but it's a huge leap towards actually digitizing consciousness.
So what's really cool about Nectome's approach is they're focusing on preserving the connectome.
The connectome.
Yeah. Basically, it's like a wiring diagram of the brain.
Ah.
And they believe that if you can capture those exact connections between all the neurons, then you capture the essence of who a person is.
That's fascinating.
It's a pretty bold idea.
It is.
And it definitely makes you think about what it really means to preserve someone's identity.
Absolutely.
But Nectome isn't the only one doing this kind of work. Have you heard of Neuralink?
Elon Musk's company.
Yep, that's the one. They're all about brain-computer interfaces, or BCI.
3CIs.
Basically, they're connecting brains directly to computers.
Wow.
Their goal is to help humans keep up with AI, which is getting super advanced really fast.
That makes sense. AI is evolving at an incredible pace.
And some people even think that Neuralink's technology could lead to merging our minds with AI.
So blurring the line between human and machine,
Exactly.
that brings up some seriously profound ethical and philosophical questions.
No kidding.
I mean, if we can create a digital copy of ourselves, does that copy really have our consciousness?
Right. Is it really us?
And what about the soul, if you believe in that sort of thing? Does that get transferred along with all the data?
Whoa, that's getting deep.
These are questions that go to the very heart of what it means to be human. They challenge our whole understanding of life and death.
And it's not just philosophical. It's practical, too.
Right.
Some people say that even if you make a really, really good digital copy, it's still just a simulation. It's not the actual person.
That's a valid point.
And then there's the question of access to this technology.
Exactly. Will it be available to everyone, or will it be another thing that only rich people can afford?
That's a huge concern.
These are crucial questions, and they show just how much potential there is for both good and bad outcomes.
Definitely.
Imagine, though, being able to reunite with loved ones who have passed away.
That would be incredible.
Not just through pictures and videos, but through digital avatars that have their memories and personalities.
Wow.
Think of what that could do for therapy history education. It's mind-blowing.
It really makes you think that we could be on the verge of changing what it means to be human.
Absolutely.
Maybe even changing how we think about death.
It's certainly a possibility.
So what does all this mean for you? It means the future is probably going to be way more amazing
And challenging.
than we can even imagine right now.
As we move into this uncharted territory, I think the biggest question we have to ask ourselves is this.
What's that?
Are we about to redefine what it means to be human?
It's a question with no easy answers,
Definitely not.
but it's something we all need to think about as we go forward. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the digital afterlife. It's been a wild ride.
It has.
And who knows what incredible and unexpected developments are still to come.
I can't wait to find out.
Me too.